Hello and welcome everybody to the OddJob technical demo here as we look at the design mockups for the overall project that I've created, as well as the rudimentary starting building blocks that I have coded up here to just begin what could be potentially a fully fleshed out app in the future. But for now, we're just going to look at what we've made so far alongside the mock-up design, as well as breeze through a little bit of the code behind the actual emulated version that you see on the left here. So we're going to first go through the design mock-ups here on the right, which is here. So OddJob, be an oddball. So essentially, the premise of OddJob is a job searching tool that is more so for freelance people to look and find odd jobs around them to make a quick buck here and there and helping out other people. And whether that be by acting upon job posts that people post that they need accomplished, or if they get hired out through a personal ad that they themselves have submitted to the forum. So you have your standard login page here, which if you can see on the left here with our emulator, we have essentially duplicated the design mockup here as well. So we can go through the code there in a little bit to show how we've done that. But back to the design mockup. So here's the overall login page, and if you don't have an account new to OddJob, you can sign up, where you'd be able to grab your account, agree to the terms and conditions, yada yada. But we have an account, so you could type in your username / email and the password and log in. So on the first page, you have your browse posts where you can find potential odd jobs if you need your house painted. Looks like LeBron James is looking for their house to be painted. Steve Nash needs his laptop to be fixed, and Magic Johnson needs his fence painted. Whereas on the flip side, if you look at the other filter for browse posts, we're seeing that there is a math tutor for hire, as well as a experienced writer and a craftsman. Will Smith down here looking for some magician party action. But nonetheless, you can go down, filter by category, and even create your own post where you can type in the title, description, the wage, whether it be hourly or fixed, and the time, duration, location, and tags to help people filter and find your post relevancy. But we're not going to post for now. We're going to see what LeBron James wants and see if we can help him. So clicking on it, we're looking to expand the widget here and show details based upon the location, when it activates, the length, and the necessary details for the client to look through and make an informed decision, which we are down to do. So it looks like we'd be able to find this in our profile section, which is where we're going to go. We now see our active contracts as well as the now new pending contract that needs to be secured on their end, as well as a completed section of contracts that we've already done. So we are able to also look through our own posts, through liked or saved posts. We have ourselves here seeing as though it looks like we're a magician. And so we are posting our own ads for our magic tricks to hopefully be hired by other people, as well as a direct message section over here where people are able to post their counter offers, or if they've accepted our offer, we will also be notified here. So with our active contracts, we can choose to terminate them, and we can send them a message or go back to our profile. You can see here our profile. We are Michael Scott, and you can see we are not very, very well reviewed, but that's fine. We can go to the settings over here, sign out again. And if we see, this is what the active contracts and pending would look like if we did not have anything currently active. So let's just see what would happen if we went to the DM section. So right now we're in communications with Snow White, and we're able to see that she is offered $150 for this. We are able to make our own offer and see how that works out. Essentially, that's all we have for OddJob so far as a template. Just a nice place to post your different ads or look for different jobs and create posts and interact with users based on these posts and leave reviews on people's profile. And fleshing out the app was a bit fun, and this is the overall rudimentary beginnings of the app design mockup. So there we go. So if we look over into Android Studio with our Flutter app, we can go to the main page here and see that we have our home page as well as a create post page, as well as our login page here for our routes. So if we go to the login page, which is currently being emulated, we can see that we have created each of these sections here. We have the email section going down to the password. Each of these are just text fields inside of our container. So moving on, we see that once we click upon the login section, we're going to have a on-tap event pushing us with the navigator to our home page. And eventually we will be adding further implementation to try and see how we would be able to log in using Facebook as well as Google. But for now, we can go through and enter in test email at test.com, and for a password 123. I highly recommend not using these as your password. So we can log in, and currently if we go to the home page, we can see for now that we have just a card as the center component for the moment, just as a quick placeholder for future posts. As you saw beforehand when we went to our mockup, when you logged in, we are looking to have LeBron James, Steve Nash, all these posts that people are going to be having. Not to say that we're having famous NBA players posting all over the app, but looking to essentially mimic this sort of style on the create post page. So for now, we have just a clear card here component just as the beginnings. As well, we're able to filter through our own posts and settings, and we're closely going towards the mock-up idea, and it's been a fun journey trying to emulate that. But if we go to the create post section, which is currently also been flushed out here with this floating action button in the corner, we're able to select our job type, whether it be an add or an odd job, and enter in a title of example super awesome title, and say, look at me entering my awesome post. And so you'd be able to create that, but for now we're just going to cancel. We haven't created implementation for that just yet. As the create post here, you can see that we've been able to cancel and navigate back to the home page. And for future implementation, we are looking to add the filters, as well as add in a date time component, as well as setting prices and price types to match up with our design mockup here. So that is the preliminary beginnings of the app in motion. We've created a login page as well as different tabs on our home page that we are waiting to flush out into the overall workings of the app here that you've seen on the right side of the screen for our mockups. So all in all, that is the OddJob technical demo so far that we've been able to accomplish. And this is essentially what I was able to code and give to my partner to finish off in their own way with their own code. So this was the basic beginning building blocks that we used and coded up to showcase the bare bones of how you could flesh out to an eventual app. Thank you for watching.